Hello all my dear students, a precious good morning to all of you. Welcome in today's class and I am Ajay Prakash Tiwari, your biology teacher, and I am present here with your new video of your chapter number 6 at your official YouTube channel, that is Biology at Your Fingers. And on the behalf of Subrat Singh Children Academy, Jaunpur, I am welcoming you to all once again. And all my dear students, as you know, we have completed your chapter number 5, that was Principle of Inheritance and Variation, and it has taken a lot of time to be completed. And in the same manner, this, that is molecular basis of inheritance, that is the chapter number 6, also very important and very new for all of you. So it will also take us sufficient time to be completed, but don't worry, we will able to complete this chapter within time, and you will able to understood all the concept. Whatever you have studied earlier or not doesn't matter. Here only one things matter, that is what you will able to clear your 100% concept without any hesitation. And here we will start from zero by assuming that all my dear students are very new, very fresh, so we will start from zero. And here before starting your chapter number, that is what, 6, molecular basis of inheritance, let you know that this is the second chapter of your unit number 7, that is genetics and evolution. So in genetics and evolution, or overall we can say that in genetics the chapter number 1 was, that is principle of inheritance and variation, and this is the chapter number 2, that is molecular basis of inheritance. And from these two chapters you will get at least 10 mark question in your board examination. Principle of inheritance and variation at least 5 marks, and from here at least 5 marks. So these two chapters are very important for your board perspective as well as for your competitive examination also. So without wasting the time, I am starting that molecular basis of inheritance. First of all, we will study here that what are the topics that we should study here. So first of all, we will study about the DNA. We will study about the DNA, or we can say that we will study about the genetic material. Here we will study about the DNA, its occurrence in prokaryotes, eukaryotes, as well as types of DNA, structure of DNA. Okay, all these points will be discussed here one by one. Okay, then after the DNA we have to study about the search of genetic material. Search for genetic material. It means that we have to study about that various kind of histories related to the search of genetic material, in which we have to study about at least 3 experiments. Those were done by Hershey, Chase, Griffith and various other scientists. So we have to study about that. So first of all DNA, then after search for genetic material, and search for genetic material is also very important point, and from here always a particular question come in your board examination, so you have to be careful about the search of genetic material too. So after the search of genetic material we will study about the RNA word. इसके बाद हम क्या देखेंगे बेटा, RNA word, RNA word. Then we will discuss about the replication. Then we have to study about the transcription. Then we will study about the genetic codes. Then we have to study about the translation. Okay. Then regulation of gene expression. Okay. Then we will study about the human genome project. Okay. Then we have to study about the DNA fingerprinting. All these points we have to cover. हमने बताया the DNA, that is genetic material. Why this is known as genetic material? What are the certain features of the genetic material? What is the structure of DNA? what types of DNA is found. Here search for genetic material, various experiment, those help in the searching of the genetic material. Then after we will discuss about the RNA and types of RNA, as well as we will also consider the various RNA and their structures. Here replication means that how DNA forms its own copy. How DNA forms its own copy before cell division, we will discuss about here. Replication, or we can write duplication, where DNA makes its own copy. Okay. Then after we have to discuss about the transcription. It means that how formation of mRNA takes place. Then after we will discuss about the genetic codes. There are certain kind of codes, those just code for various amino acid that will help in the protein synthesis. We will discuss about all those 64 codons. Then after translation, the process of protein synthesis we will discuss here. Then regulation of the gene expression, how gene express, what are the certain components of gene expressions. यहाँ पे हम आपको regulator, promoter, structural gene, all these points will be discussed. Then human genome product. Okay. And here then after we will discuss about the DNA fingerprinting. That is a technique quite often used to identify the criminals. Okay. Where we can say that mapping of DNA takes place. So we will discuss all these points one by one. So straightforward we will move towards the DNA. Before moving towards the DNA, we will discuss about some general terminology. Those are very important to explain the structure of the DNA. Without that, you will not able to understand the concept of DNA and its structure. So first of all, we will study about here that what are the certain terms, what are the general terms, those are related to DNA, how we will term a particular structure or particular material as a genetic material, why we cannot consider protein as a genetic material, why we are considering as a genetic material in the form of DNA, what are the certain features for a genetic material. Okay, so all these points will be discussed one by one. So first of all, we will just erase all these, and then after we will start some general terminology. Okay, so let's start the topic, that is genetic material. What do you meant by genetic material? So these are the substances. These are the substances that stores the genetic information, that stores the genetic information, okay, transfer it and express in the offspring, and express in the offspring. Express in the offspring is known as genetic material, or is called as genetic material. Genetic material. Okay, so here again we are going to discuss with features of genetic material. It means that which material will be called as a genetic material, and on the basis of which, or we can say that what are the certain base on the basis of which we can term that this is what genetic material. So let's discuss about that. So point number one, it should be present. It should be present in each cell of the body. In each cell of the body. It means that you are intelligent enough to get the point. We are talking about multicellular organisms, because in multicellular organisms there are millions of cells. So it is mandatory that each of the cell contains the genetic material, or we can say that later on DNA. Okay, so first point, it should be present in each cell of the body. Second, it should store the information. It should store the information. It should store the information. It should store the information and transfer to offspring. And transfer to offspring. Okay, common point we have earlier discussed. Most important thing that it should be able to it should be able to replicate, or we can write duplicate. What is the meaning of these? It means that ideal genetic material will able to synthesize its own copy by the process of DNA replication, we will discuss later on. So it should be present in each cell of the body, it should store the information and transfer in the offspring, it should be able to replicate. Next, it should be able to develop, it should be able to develop inheritable changes. It means that we are often talking about mutation. Okay, so ideal genetic material is that in which mutation may takes place. Obviously you will say that, sir, you have explained in the chapter number 5 that mutation is always harmful. So why mutation will helpful or beneficial here? Because due to mutation there will be error in the DNA copying, and if there is error in the DNA copying, then there will be variation, and if there is variation there will be better adaptation, and if there is better adaptation there will be evolution. So error in the DNA copying or mutation may leads to the evolution. That's why we should say that the genetic material should be mutable, it should replicate itself, it should store the information, it should present in all or each cell of the body. So this was all about the genetic material and the feature of the genetic material. Okay, so यहाँ पे एक note लगाते हैं. It means that this is important point. As you know, Sutton and Vawary 1902 states that genetic information is exchanged between parent and offspring, through chromosomes, or we can say that according to Sutton and Vawary, the genetic information from their parents to the offspring is carried out by means of chromosomes. And as you know that chromosome is found in the nucleus on which genes are present, and obviously genes are the piece or segment of DNA, we can say that. So chromosomes are found in the nucleus, and chromosomes are found in the nucleus, and on chromosomes there is a presence of gene, and gene, as you know, is a piece or segment of DNA, or we can say smallest unit of heredity. So Sutton and Vawary 1902 states that genetic information is exchanged between the parents and offspring through chromosomes, and this was the point number 2. Second, earlier it was assumed that protein is a genetic material. Earlier it was assumed that protein is a genetic material due to its specific function, and it is also a macromolecule, but it is not able to duplicate, hence could not be termed as genetic material. So first of all it was assumed that in the earlier stage that protein is a kind of genetic material, but later on it was proved that protein cannot be considered as a genetic material because it do not have the capacity of the duplication or replication. It means that it cannot duplicate or it cannot form its own copy. But earlier scientists were said that this is genetic material. Why? Because it was a macromolecule and it was also having a specific function. So scientists often say that this is genetic material, but when studies will be more advanced, then it is assumed that it is not able to replicate. That's why we cannot say it as a genetic material, because genetic material has the capacity of the replication or duplication. So this was all about the some general terminology. We will discuss two more important points here. First, most abundant protein of the universe, आप सभी को पता है Rubisco. Okay. Second, most abundant protein in human body, collagen, and in blood serum albumin. ये आउट ऑफ सिलेबस है, but these are important for a competitive point of most abundant protein of the universe or earth, that is Rubisco. Most abundant protein in our body, that is collagen, and most abundant protein in our blood, that is what? Serum albumin. So this was all about the some general terminology. Now we will consider that why DNA is considered as a genetic material. Okay प्यारे बच्चों, यहाँ से देखो why DNA considered as a genetic material, let's check it. Why DNA considered as a genetic material? So let's check it why it is considered. First of all, it is present or found in each cell of the body. This is a point number 1. Second, this was the point number 1. Let's write here, space बचाने के लिए यही दूसरा भी लिख लेते हैं. It stores the information and duplicate it. It stores the genetic information, we can write there, and duplicate it. Okay. So as we discussed earlier that what are the ideal feature of the genetic material? It should be present in each cell. So DNA is found in each cell of the body. It should store the genetic information and it should be transferred from parents to the offspring. So here in the case of DNA, it also stores the genetic material and it transfers from parents to the offspring. Third, we have discussed that it should be mutable. So here it is also mutable and it's also able to make its own copy. So we have discussed it should store the information and duplicate it. Okay. Third point, we can write here third point, develops mutation. It develops mutation. It means that here mutation is also taken place. So present in the each cell of the body, hence we will consider as a genetic material. It stores the information, genetic information, and duplicate it, or it has the capacity of duplication of making its own copy. That's why we have discussing that DNA is a particular genetic material and it also develops the mutation. So all these are the features of the DNA that make it as a genetic material. Now we will discuss next quantity of DNA. Quantity of DNA. As we discussed first point, constant in each cell. constant in each cell of the body. Each cell of the body. It means that the amount of DNA or quantity of DNA is constant in each cell of the body, but there are few features, important features. It duplicate itself. It duplicate itself before cell division. Before cell division. It means that the amount of DNA that was present in the cell, it become double before just cell division. As you know, because in cell division there will be formation of daughter cells. So from parent cell, DNA will be transferred to the daughter cell. Hence it duplicates. So it duplicate itself before cell division. And third, in gametes. In gametes, half quantity of DNA is found. DNA is found. That's why you have observed that in the case of human being there is a variation, because half amount of DNA is coming from the father and half amount of DNA is also coming from the mother. So that's why there is a mix up of the characters and forming a new offspring with a specific feature. So the gametes, half amount or quantity of the DNA is found, but in the case of before cell division it's become just double and it constant in each cell of the body. So this was all about the DNA. Now we will discuss about the nucleic acid. And what is nucleic acid, what are the types of the nucleic acid, what are the components of the nucleic acid, we will discuss one by one. Okay, all dear students, now we are going to discuss about the nucleic acid. Nucleic acid. What is nucleic acid? In simplest way we can write, this is the overall name of DNA and RNA. What do you understood? It means that DNA and RNA together constitute nucleic acid, or together called as a nucleic acid, and these are the polymer of nucleotide. These are the polymer of nucleotide. Okay, so let's discuss some stats, some general terminology. First of all, nucleic acid was discovered by Friedrich Miescher in 1869 in the pus cell, and name them as nuclein. It means that the material that was discovered by the Friedrich Miescher in 1869 was termed as a nuclein, that was discovered in the pus cell. Due to, why this is known as nuclein? Due to its acidic nature. Okay, later on Altman 1889 named nuclein as a nucleic acid. It means that the term nucleic acid or the name nucleic acid was given by Altman. And here a typical nucleic acid, it constitute here 5 carbon sugar, that is also known as pentose sugar. Second, it contains nitrogenous bases. Third, it contains phosphate, or we can write phosphate group. Nucleic acid is composed of a pentose sugar, that is a 5 carbon ring. Pentose sugar, there are two categories, ribose and deoxyribose. We will discuss later on. A phosphoric acid, that is H3PO4, as well as nitrogenous bases, those are categorized into two categories, purines and pyrimidines. ठीक है, प्यूरिन्स और पायरिमिडीन्स. प्यूरिन में आपको बेटा दिखेगा एडेनिन ग्वानिन आप देखेंगे. पायरिमिडीन्स में आपको 3 मिलेंगे नाइट्रोजनस बेसिस. उसमें से कौन कौन सा है? थायमिन है, साइटोसिन है और इसके साथ साथ यूरेसिल है. सो वी विल डिस्कस ऑल दिस लेटर ऑन. सो दिस वाज ऑल अबाउट द न्यूक्लिक एसिड. नाउ वी विल डिस्कस अबाउट द हाउ दिस न्यूक्लिक एसिड इज मेड अप ऑफ, what is nucleotide, what is nucleoside, and how nucleotide combines one by one or joins one by one and it's form the DNA or polymer or polypeptide chain. Because DNA is formed or it is made up of nucleotide. Nucleotide is a monomer and its repeated unit of nucleotide forms what? DNA और पॉलीमर. बिकॉज ये मोनोमर है, जब मोनोमर इकट्ठा होंगे तो पॉलीमर ही बनाएंगे. सो वी विल डिस्कस ऑल दोज. सो दिस वाज ऑल अबाउट द न्यूक्लिक एसिड. नाउ वी विल डिस्कस अबाउट द फर्स्ट कंपोनेंट ऑफ द न्यूक्लिक एसिड, दैट इज व्हाट? हियर 5 कार्बन सुगर, दैट इज पेंटोज सुगर. एंड देन वी विल डिस्कस अबाउट द नाइट्रोजनस बेसिस एंड फॉस्फेट ग्रुप. ओके बेटा, तो यहाँ से हम पहला कंपोनेंट देख रहे हैं, पेंटोज सुगर. पेंटोज sugar. As we discussed earlier that there are two kinds. We will discuss with here ribose, that is found in the case of RNA. What is the structure of ribose sugar? This is oxygen, because there will be 5 carbon, carbon number 1 2. बेंजीन नहीं बनाना है आपको, like this. ठीक है. Here this one is the carbon number 1, carbon number 1, carbon number 2, carbon number 3, carbon number 4. एक्चुअली आप कहेंगे सर यहाँ तो 5 कार्बन होते हैं ना, बट 5th कार्बन इज हियर लाइक दिस एंड इट्स हियर CH2 एंड OH. सो दिस इज व्हाट? पेंटोज sugar. Now we will find out how this is ribose and how this is deoxyribose. So let's find out. Here there is hydrogen, here hydroxyl group, here again H OH, again H OH, and here EH. At the 4th position we will get here EH. Okay, so let's count. Carbon number 1, carbon number 2, carbon number 3, carbon number 4, and this is the carbon number 5. So 5 carbon ring, and here at the carbon number 1, carbon number 2, carbon number 3, there is a presence of hydroxyl group. So if such kind of arrangement is seen, this one is known as what? Ribose sugar. So अब यहाँ से आप काउंट करें, how many carbons? C5. How many hydrogens? There will be 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 to 9 and 10. And how many oxygen? I think 5. Let's count 1 2 3 4 and 5. So C5H10O5. This one is what? Ribose sugar. Let's consider deoxyribose. Deoxyribose, as you know, is found in the case of RNA and this is found in the case of DNA. Let's make it. D means that elimination of what? Oxyribose. Deoxy. D means that removal and oxy means that oxygen. It means that one oxygen will be eliminated. So let's make it quickly. Okay, carbon number 1 2 3 4, and here the carbon number 5th, that is here, and here OH. Okay, so here at the position number 1 H OH, but from here H oxygen is eliminated from the position number 2. Rest of the things will be same. So in the case of deoxyribose sugar, a particular oxygen is eliminated at the position number 2. You have to remember it. And now we will discuss some important points. That what? Note, at position number 1, at position 1, or we can write at carbon 1, at carbon number 1, nitrogenous bases are attached. Okay beta, so here as you see, this one is the carbon number 1, so here nitrogenous bases will be attached. How we will discuss later on. So this was all about the component number 1, that was pentose sugar. Now we will discuss here component number 2, that is phosphate. Okay beta, or we can write phosphoric acid. Let's make it H3PO4. This is known as phosphoric acid. What is the arrangement? P. What is the valency of phosphorus? Let's see. Here is oxygen, OH, and here again OH. So in aqueous solution it will lose the hydrogen ions, क्योंकि वो एसिड की एक पहचान भी होती है कि वो हाइड्रोजन आयन लूज करते हैं. तो ये एक्वस सोल्यूशन में जब जाएगा बेटा तो ये हाइड्रोजन को लूज करेगा और यहाँ पे जितने ऑक्सीजन है सब पे एक माइनस आ जाएगा. सो दिस वन इज ऑल अबाउट द फॉस्फेट. दिस वाज ऑल अबाउट द पेंटोज सुगर. लेट्स डिस्कस द थर्ड कंपोनेंट, दैट इज व्हाट? नाइट्रोजनस bases. Okay, so these nitrogenous bases are the aromatic heterocyclic compound. It means that here there is a presence of more than one chain. ठीक है, तो ये एरोमेटिक होने के साथ साथ हेटेरोसाइक्लिक कंपाउंड भी हैं. कैसे हमने बताया भी था. देयर आर टू कैटेगरी ऑफ नाइट्रोजनस बेसिस. द फर्स्ट वन इज दैट इज प्यूरीन्स. सेकेंड वन वाज पायरीमिडीन्स. ठीक है बेटा, प्यूरिन और पैरामिडीन्स दो थे. इन द केस ऑफ प्यूरिन देयर वाज एडिनाइन एंड ग्वानाइन. इसको आप एडेनिन और ग्वानिन भी प्रोनाउंस कर सकते हो. हियर देयर आर 3. कौन कौन से हैं बेटा? साइटोसिन, थायमीन और यूरेसिल. Okay, so there are at least 2 purines, those are adenine and guanine, and there are 3 pyrimidines, those are thymine, cytosine and uracil. And don't confuse, there are 2 thymines. बेटा आपको इस तरह से भी लिखा हुआ दिखेगा थायमीन और इस तरह से भी आपको लिखा हुआ मिलेगा. तो दोनों में डिफरेंस क्या है? ये तो बेटा आपको मिलता है न्यूक्लिक एसिड में और ये विटामिन बी कॉम्प्लेक्स का एक विटामिन है, उसका नाम है. ठीक है, तो उस पर आप मत जाइएगा. ठीक है, दिस वन इज विटामिन बी कॉम्प्लेक्स बट दिस इज फाउंड इन द केस ऑफ pyrimidines. एग्जांपल ऑफ pyrimidines फाउंड इन द केस ऑफ न्यूक्लिक एसिड. सो ये आपका प्यूरिन्स, तो कि एडेनिन ग्वानिन, एडेनिन को हम लिखते हैं A, ग्वानिन को G, साइटोसिन C, थायमीन T and uracil U, the first capital alphabet. So this was all about the nitrogenous bases, and out of these 2 purines, these both are present, and out of these 3 only 2. So in the DNA 2 purines and 2 pyrimidines are present, and in the DNA 2 pyrimidines first of all you will get cytosine and you will also get thymine. तो आपको डीएनए में क्या मिलेगा? एडेनिन, ग्वानिन, साइटोसिन एंड थायमीन. बट इन द केस ऑफ आरएनए यू विल गेट यूरेसिल एट द प्लेस ऑफ थायमीन. सो यहाँ से देखते हैं बेटा, इधर देखिए डीएनए एंड आरएनए. डीएनए में क्या क्या है बेटा? AGTC, एडेनिन, ग्वानिन, थायमीन, साइटोसिन. हियर adenine, guanine, at the place of thymine there is a uracil and cytosine as it is. So you have to remember, this is the basic difference you have studied in your lower classes. But now we will just find out the structure of the purine and pyrimidines. That will be more clear, and that will also will make more clear mind map. So let's discuss the structure of the purine and pyrimidines. So for that I have to erase this. So I am erasing this, and then after we will just draw the structure of purine and pyrimidines. So let's make it. There will be here nitrogen, and like this again in the lower position there will be nitrogen. So let's make it here like this. Okay, we will make it like this. There will be another chain that will have total 6 components. Here let's find out. This was the position number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Here there will be hydrogen, and here you will get nitrogen at the position number 1, and at the position number 3 you will get also here get nitrogen. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So this is a typical structure of what? Purine. Valency यहाँ से देख लीजिए. There will be a double bond again, and alternate here and here. Okay, so this is the typical structure of purine. Most important thing that here note, sugar is attached at 9th position. Sugar is attached at 9th position. When you will consider the purines, here there will be arrangement of what? Sugar. Sugar attach होगी तो इस पोजीशन पे होगी. ठीक है, जब कभी भी हम एक अरेंजमेंट आपको बनाएंगे तो उसमें दिखाएंगे कि शुगर और ये जो आपका नाइट्रोजनस बेसिस है इनका अरेंजमेंट कैसा है. तो अगर वो प्यूरिन है तो वो 9th पोजीशन पे क्या हो रही है? अटैच हो रही है. अब यहाँ से हम देखेंगे पायरिमिडीन्स में बेटा ये 6 यहाँ पे हेक्सा साइक्लिक होता है ये. ओके, 1, 2, 3 and let's make the nitrogen here. Okay, you will get nitrogen here and here. So this is the position number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Let's बैलेंस यहाँ से चेक कर लेते हैं. ये भी ठीक है, इधर और इधर. So this is the typical structure of pyrimidines. But most importantly here sugar will attached at first position. ठीक है बेटा, दूसरी भाषा में हम क्या लिख सकते हैं? Here bond formation with sugar at 9th position. Bond formation with sugar at 9th position, and here bond formation with sugar at first position. ठीक है, जो बनता है एन ग्लाइकोसाइडिक बॉन्ड. हम बाद में देखेंगे जब हम इनको क्या करेंगे, शुगर को और नाइट्रोजनस बेस को और इसके साथ साथ फॉस्फेट ग्रुप को अटैच करके एक न्यूक्लियोटाइड बनाएंगे. So this was all about the nucleic acid and their component. In the next video we will combine all these components and we will form nucleotide, and then after forming nucleotide we will join again more and more nucleotide and will form a polypeptide chain of DNA. तो यहाँ से मैं बताऊँ दो चीज़ें आप ध्यान रखिएगा बेटा. न्यूक्लियोटाइड, what is nucleotide? Nucleotide means that pentose sugar plus nitrogenous base plus phosphate group. ओके बेटा, सो न्यूक्लियोटाइड को हम क्या कह सकते हैं? न्यूक्लियोटाइड में क्या होता है? एक फॉस्फेट ग्रुप होता है, उसके साथ साथ पेंटोज शुगर होती है और नाइट्रोजनस बेसेस होते हैं. इसी का एक छोटा भाई है न्यूक्लियोसाइड. सो व्हाट इज न्यूक्लियोसाइड? ये पेंटोज शुगर के साथ साथ यहाँ पे नाइट्रोजनस बेसेस रहेंगे, लेकिन ये यहाँ से फॉस्फेट ग्रुप क्या हो जाएगा? एलिमिनेट हो जाएगा. सो न्यूक्लियोटाइड, न्यूक्लियोसाइड क्या है? न्यूक्लियोटाइड यहाँ पे टाइड है मतलब 3 कंपोनेंट, T for 3. So in nucleotide there are 3 components. Those are pentose sugar, phosphate group and nitrogenous bases. And nucleoside, here there are 2 components. Those are pentose sugar and nitrogenous bases. So in the next video we will discuss with the DNA and its structure. So this was all about for today, and as you know, after I think watching the video you will able to understood or you will able to clear your concept. So as you know, don't forget to like the video and subscribe the channel as well as share with your friends. So we will meet again in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.